How do you keep your students engaged with math when their minds are already on holiday fun and winter break? Well, hey there, math teacher bestie. Welcome back to the Modern Math Teacher Podcast. I'm Kristen Moore, and I'm excited to have you here with me today because we're diving into one of my all-time favorite holiday activities to keep your students engaged this holiday season. It's called the Gift Wrap Challenge. Now, if you have ever found yourself struggling to keep students engaged during the holiday season, and trust me, we have all been there, this is the episode for you. You guys, the Gift Wrap Challenge is a hands-on activity that brings geometry and algebra to life, okay? All while adding a touch of holiday cheer to your classroom. And the best part about this, it's easy to implement and it's totally aligned with Common Core state standards. Plus, it's a whole heck of a lot of fun for you. So grab your cocoa, your coffee, turn on the fairy lights, and let's unwrap how you can bring the magic of math into your classroom this holiday season. Now, first things first, what exactly is the Gift Wrap Challenge? Well, this is an activity that's all about using math to solve real world problems. How to efficiently wrap gifts of various shapes and sizes. So here's how it works. Now, students are going to be tasked with calculating how much wrapping paper they'll need to cover different size gifts. Along the way, they're going to be exploring concepts like surface area, volume, and even optimization. The best part of this is that you can scaffold and differentiate the activity to fit your students' skill levels, which is what makes it perfect for both middle and high school math classes. When you get this, the challenge is broken down into 3 levels. So let's look at each one. Level 1, students are going to focus on geometric modeling and analysis. They'll draw nets, they'll label all the dimensions, they'll use surface area formulas to determine how much wrapping paper is needed. Level 2 is going to kick it up a notch with some reasoning and problem solving. Students are going to be analyzing patterns, working algebraically, and finding dimension of a gift that fits specific constraints, okay? Then we get to level 3. This level is all about advanced algebraic analysis and optimization. Students are going to construct polynomial models. Yep, polynomial models, and optimize their use of wrapping paper. Ooh, it is perfect for Algebra 2 or advanced math students. So I love this because each level you can incorporate skills that your students have. The beauty of this activity is that it is not just math on paper. It's hands-on, it's interactive, and it directly connects to the real world. Your students are going to love it. So, why do students and teachers alike love the Gift Wrap Challenge? Let me break it down for you. Number 1, it is hands-on fun. Students get to physically measure, cut, and work with wrapping paper as they solve problems. This tactile experience makes math come alive in a way that worksheets just can't. Number 2, it's real world relevant. Let's be honest, guys. Students are more likely to ask, when am I ever going to use this? During a lot of our geometry lessons. But with this challenge, the connection is super clear. Wrapping gifts is something they've seen or done in real life, which makes the math feel meaningful. Number 3, it is scalable at all levels. So whether your students are just getting started with surface area or they're ready for complex algebraic modeling, this activity has something for everyone. It's differentiated and adaptable so you can meet your students where they're at. And number 4, it saves time. The Gift Wrap Challenge is a ready-to-go resource complete with instructions, printable templates, and an assessment rubric. This means less prep for you and more time to enjoy your own holiday season. And oh my gosh, couldn't we all use some of that? Now, let's talk about how you can make the Gift Wrap Challenge a success in your classroom. Here are a few tips from me to you. Number 1, gather materials ahead of time. Okay, you are going to want to have wrapping paper, tape, and a variety of gifts for students to measure. These can be empty boxes, they can be cans, or even objects from around your classroom. The more variety, the better. As a bonus tip here, something you can also do is incorporate your students and their families to gather these materials. If you want, you can reach out to the families in your community and ask for donations of gift wrap and tape. And you can let them know that your students will wrap the gifts for them. It is a great way to get families excited about what you're doing in class. It's a win win for the parents, it's a win win for you and the students. It's just a win all the way around. So don't be shy to email parents, let them know the activity you're doing, what week you're going to do it, and let them each send in a gift or two as long as they're willing to help send in some wrapping paper as well. Okay. So super exciting. Get those materials ahead of time and again, incorporate the families if you can. Okay. Some other ways you are going to make sure that this is a success in your classroom. You need clear expectations, friends. If your students have wrapping paper and scissors and tape, it can get messy. So use your CHAMPS posters to set behavior expectations for this hands on activity. Whether your students are going to be doing this independently or they're in groups, having those clear guidelines will keep that activity focused and productive. And it will avoid you from having to do any write ups because of a mishap with scissors, which I may or may not have had to do already once this year. So take it from me, set some clear expectations. All right. Number three, use group work. The challenge works great in pairs or small groups, groups of three, right? Assign roles like the measurer, the calculator, the wrapper to get everybody involved and then have them rotate each time they do it, okay? And then, of course, incorporate some reflection after the activity. Have students reflect on the process involved. What strategies worked? What challenges did they face? This really helps solidify their learning and encourages a growth mindset. You can do this written or you can do it verbally and process as a class. And of course, celebrate the creativity of your students. Let your students share the results and compare their solutions. You could even turn it into a little friendly competition to see who found the most efficient wrapping method. All right. Well, you guys, to wrap things up, you know I had to go there. The gift wrap challenge is much more than just a holiday activity. It's a chance to show your students how math connects to the world around them while keeping them engaged and excited during the holiday season. If you're ready to bring this activity to your classroom, you can go grab the gift wrap challenge from my TPT store. I will drop the link in the show notes. It is print to go, it is aligned with standards, and guaranteed to make your December lessons more memorable and less of a headache. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this activity brings a little holiday magic to your classroom. Keep inspiring your students, keep celebrating this season, and as always, keep it real.